Hello FPL managers and welcome back for another video. Today we go over the buy hold sell for game week 4. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. If you haven't already, check out some of the other game week 4 content that we've put out so far, and with that being said, let's jump into the video. So today we're going to have a look at 2 buy options, 2 hold options and 2 sell options to assist you guys with your transfer planning for the upcoming game week. Starting off with the buy options, Rodrigo has to feature here after he produced yet another double-digit return in game week 3. He recorded 1 goal and 1 assist at home to Chelsea, as he once again was very impressive for Leeds, getting into some great positions and having great underlying stats. Consequently, he is the most popular transfer player for game week 4, as he's already seen over 500,000 managers move him into the squad. Since then, his price has risen to £6.3 million, which is still fairly decent value for the Leeds midfielder due to his great underlying stats and great fixtures. Speaking of these underlying stats, Rodrigo has taken the second most amount of shots out of any player so far with 13, only behind Mitrovic, and does have the 4th most shots on target with 6. Also, his XG of 1.89 ranks 5th amongst all players, and his expected FPL points of 24.11 does rank 2nd. He is of course also the top goal scorer in the Premier League right now with 4 goals, and also this is accompanied by 1 assist, so definitely he's in some excellent touch and one to seriously consider bringing into the midfield. Looking towards those Leeds fixtures, it doesn't really get too much better from a fixture standpoint, as all 4 of the next 4 matches only have an FDI rating of 2, as Leeds face Brighton, Everton, Brentford and Nottingham Forest. He's been able to prove himself against some of the best defences in the Premier League, getting himself goals against Wolves and also Chelsea, so I do think for that reason he's almost a must-have in that midfield. You'd definitely be expecting him to be one of the highest scoring midfielders over the next 4 weeks once more, as he's just getting into great areas for Leeds and has such good expected stats that he's just too good to deny. Looking towards the other buy option, it's another player that's been in great touch with great upcoming fixtures in Ivan Toney. Toney's ownership sits at 15.2% at the moment, as this has climbed quite a lot since game week 3, as he's also one of the most popular transfers in. In fact, he is the 3rd most popular player to join the squads, only behind Rodrigo and Perisic this game week, as he's seen just under 200,000 new owners. Currently, Toney is the top scoring forward in FPL and tied 2nd highest scoring player in FPL right now with 25 points over his first 3 games. Over this time, he's been able to produce 2 goals and 2 assists with an average of 8.33 points per game, which is definitely very impressive for a player of his price at 7.2 million. He did get himself a goal in his most recent fixture against Fulham away, but could have even had more in this one, as he actually had 2 disallowed goals in this game. Not only is he providing great goal potential with a 1.37 XG, ranking towards the top for forwards so far, but he's also attempting a lot of assists with 7 so far, ranking 1st amongst all forwards. This figure has given him an XA of 1.24, which also ranks 1st amongst forwards, so definitely a good option with both goal and assist potential. His XA figure does rank 2nd in the whole entire league, only to Kevin De Bruyne, and his expected FPL points of 20.2 also ranks towards the top. So with Brentford's great extended run of fixtures highlighted by a very good next 4 of Everton, Palace, Leeds and Southampton, I would seriously be considering bringing Toney into the squads if you are looking for a good 3 forward formation. Toney's good fixture run for Brentford does extend after game week 7 as well, as from now all the way through game week 11, Brentford have 0 matches with an FDI rating of over 3. Onto the hold options now. These are 2 players that have been heavily transferred out by managers, but we recommend keeping them in the squads as they have good underlying stats or good upcoming fixtures. The first one here is Bukayo Saka, who has definitely frustrated in the last 2 game weeks, producing no goals or assists over this period. In fact, on the year he's just produced the 1 assist for Arsenal, which was a bit fortunate as it was an own goal from Mark Gahey, so I definitely think it could be even worse for Saka for his return standpoint. As a result, his price has dropped to £7.9 million, as he's only averaging 3.67 points per game, with a fairly poor XG of just 0.2. Despite this though, he's still been getting into some decent positions for Arsenal across the year, and I do think the main reason why you want to be holding on to Saka is his good upcoming fixtures. Fulham at home and Aston Villa at home in game week 4 and 5 respectively look to be some of the best fixtures in the game right now, as both of these teams have conceded a few goals. Aston Villa especially have looked leaky at the back, so definitely one to target over the next 2 to 3 or 4 game weeks, as Arsenal still have that very strong attacking outfit. Even Manchester United away in game week 6 could prove fruitful, as their defence has been poor so far, and then they returned back to the Emirates in game week 7 against Everton at home. We all know what Bukayo Saka can do, producing double digits in goals last season for Arsenal, so if he can recapture some of this form, he's definitely got the fixtures to facilitate good attacking returns. Reece James is the second hold option on the list here, as he is surprisingly the 7th most transferred out player this week. Already 70,000 managers have moved him out of the teams, as he produced just the 1 point in Gameweek 3. Despite this though, he's still got 15 points on the year with 1 goal and 1 clean sheet under the belt so far, recording 7 points in each of his first 2 games. His XG and XA stats are also very good, with an XG of 0.52 ranking towards the top amongst defenders, and also a very decent XA of 0.55. Amongst defenders, he's taken the second most shots with 5, only better by Nico Williams, and has also attempted 5 assists as well, which does rank towards the top. Also, out of all defenders so far, he is the second highest expected FPL points with 18, so I do think with Chelsea's good fixture run coming up, he's a strong hold. I can see the frustration with Chelsea conceding 3 away to Leeds, but next up they face Leicester, Southampton, West Ham and Fulham, which I do think are 4 fixtures worth targeting with that Chelsea defence. Now progressing on to the sell options, it's the 3rd week in a row an Aston Villa player has featured on the sell list, and this time it's Matty Cash. He's been a heavily transferred out player this week, as his price has dropped to £4.9 million, as his ownership is just sitting at 10.2% at the moment. He did look to be a great option at the start of the season, with Aston Villa having a very good starting 3 fixtures, but their defence has been very leaky so far, providing no clean sheets over this time, and their fixtures have taken a turn for the worst. Before we take a look at them though, let's discuss Cash's underlying stats. He's only got a points per game of just the 1.33, with 0 clean sheets, 0 goals and 0 assists, and has an XA of just 0.05. He really hasn't provided much from an attacking standpoint, just taking the 2 shots on the year, none of which have been on target, and has only attempted the 2 assists as well. So with 4 points in his first 3 games, and the fixtures of West Ham, Arsenal, Manchester City and Leicester as the next 4, I do think it's a great time to get him out of the team. I don't see Aston Villa getting any clean sheets in the next 4 matches, and Cash's price could continue to decrease if managers continue to move him out of the squad, so I do think now is a good opportunity to get rid of him. Pedro Neto is the other sell option on the list, as he has blanked for 3 consecutive games for Wolves, which has been a bit frustrating for his owners. He was another one with a very high ownership to start the season, with over a 20% ownership, but it's since dropped to 11.5%, seeing his price decrease down to 5.4. Neto has provided okay underlying stats so far, with taking 4 total shots, but only 1 of them has been on target. He has attempted 5 assists though, which isn't the worst, with an XG of 0.2 and an XA of 0.63. I do think though, with the arrival of Gonzalo Guedes in the attack and Raul Jimenez returning from injury, there could be a bit more competition in that Wolves front 3 for places. We did see Adama Traore also come on in Gameweek 3 against Tottenham, so Pedro Neto's game time could be a bit limited, as in fact in the first 2 games he's just played over 70 minutes in both. Wolves have some okay upcoming fixtures, facing Newcastle, Bournemouth and Southampton as their next 3, but after that they have a very poor fixture run, facing Liverpool, Manchester City, West Ham and Chelsea as the next 4 after that. So for now, I do think Neto is a good transfer out, as he's another one whose price could continue to decrease as more managers move him out, and there is definitely plenty of good options around that price point, with Pascal Gross proving to be a good option for Brighton at just a little bit more expensive, plus a multitude of Leeds assets with Rodrigo, Harrison and Aronson. Thanks for watching today's video. If you guys want to become a channel member, then click the join button down below and get featured on the members board at the end of the videos, just like Philip Ash here. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel, and click the notification bell. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.